How's it going, everyone? It's time to look through all the footage we saw on the PC Gamer Weekend livestream showing Bannerlord footage, the most we've ever seen before, and oh my god, there's a lot to talk about. Yet again, guys, I hope you brought a second pair of panties because holy shit. We've been waiting for this kind of content ever since Bannerlord was announced. We were hoping to get something like this, obviously a long time ago, but holy shit, it's worth the wait. Taleworlds have given us 30 minutes and a bit more of pure fucking goodness. I watched this live, 3 in the morning for me, good old Australian time zone. I actually did a live recording, a live reaction I should say, with face cam and everything. Didn't turn out too well, audio was all messed up, so I fucking, you know what, screw it. So it's time to pick out all the best parts of the live stream, talk about them, and start a discussion going on in the comment section, much like the last thing we got shown last year. This is going to be awesome. We got shown some amazing things. We also heard some pretty cool stuff in the interviews as well, which we'll also talk about. And I'll probably just have a little discussion at the end. So I guess we'll go in order. The first thing we were shown was the main menu screen, which looks quite familiar to Mount&Blade Warband in the previous games. The background is obviously a warrior with a giant banner. I guess he's the Bannerlord. That's a big banner. Holy shit. Anyway, so we got, of course, tutorial, which is the same. New game, multiplayer, resume game, custom battle, options, credits, exit game. I think the only thing different is credits. I'm not even sure if that's even in Warband. But anyway, so that's what we've got. Pretty standard stuff. The custom battle is pretty cool. I'm glad to see that back. Even though it wasn't really popular, I would say, in the previous games. But I'm hoping that they will give a more advanced custom battle options with more, like, I don't know, something a bit more interesting. Anyone who's done a custom battle in Mount&Blade Warband would understand that it's a bit bland, but it'd be cool to see that, I don't know, example, you can just start off in a big siege, or, maybe preset battles, who knows. So for this preview, they were showing off what it's like to be a Lord. In this case, it was a Lord of the Battians, which is the green faction. They are a Celtic-themed faction. It's kind of obvious, you'll see once we go into the taverns and just roam around one of the cities. It's quite obvious that it's Celtic-themed. Before we do that, though, we do get into a battle. It's a 4v7, I believe, and it's just your companions. And by the way, companions confirmed. I knew that was in there already, but still, I'm just happy to see the companions back. And it seems like it's going to be easier to manage them, and we'll see that later on. Anyway, so we're versing some mountain bandits, some common, the common enemy from Mount&Blade Warband. Bloody mountain bandits, such fucking scums. Anyway, so it was quite easy work, of course. Companions must be pretty good because 4v7 obviously is not in their favour, but they slaughtered them, and it was cool to see the fighting animations and the forest, the shadows. I'm not even going to get into all the graphics. It looks insane, and I'm sure it's going to look better when the full game is out. But there we go. So you should have seen the chat from the live stream during this part. It was hilarious. The character customization has never looked better. This is going to be a lot of fun. I've never wanted to create a character so much in my life. There is so many options. You're really going to make the character you want in your head. And if you can't, then you're doing something wrong or something. They show off some familiar faces from movies and just well-known people in the world from past and present. You should have seen the chat. Oh my god, it was funny as they're going through these. It was hilarious. And there's an option, I think it was voice, that they click and it makes them show their teeth and like, it was, oh my god, it was so funny. I'm definitely going to spend most of my time on this part. I don't want to talk about this too much, but it's pretty self-explanatory. It looks awesome and it should be pretty simple once we get our hands on it. So here we have the good old tavern. It looks awesome. You can definitely sense the atmosphere. Looks awesome. The lighting looks great, and of course, this is Celtic themed. Lots of wood and stone and leather on the wall, because why not? And furred carpets. It just looks great, doesn't it? Oh, I'm so happy. So this is where all the magic's going to happen. Of course, I'm sure this is where you're going to meet very important people throughout your Let's Play, and shit's going to go down in here. This is where you're going to plan all your, I don't know, tavern things. This is where you get pissed as well, because fuck yeah. There's also board games. They mentioned that there's going to be a different type of board game for each sort of like culture, basically for each faction. So I think they said this up to like 6 different board games, so Jesus Christ. I hope they're not too difficult because, I don't know. There's too much to focus on, let alone a fucking board game, but anyway. So the outside looks awesome. There's so much life and movement and holy shit. So I believe in this preview they were showing off that you can tell your companions to do stuff like gather men, gather information, go here, go there, which is cool. Definitely give you more options instead of just walking around and talking to people, I guess. But I guess that's what you're basically doing. But we saw some other stuff as well while they're walking around. Besides the fact that there's just so much happening, there's just it definitely looks like a city. There's market stalls, there's kids running around, there's animals, it's great. You can see the castle in the distance, looks sweet. But you approach like some thugs, some dirty fucking thugs. I know, and you can fight them. Looks so sweet, looks cool. Now I'm not sure what this would be like because of course in this case you're a lord, so it'd be different. And apparently you can actually like control men to do this for you, so you can make money by doing this, by having different parts of towns. I believe that's what it's like, but I'm not too sure, so I don't want to talk about it too much. But looks sweet, and you see him hack him down. It's pretty funny. But anyway, let's move on. So next up we have the weapon crafting. Now this was something that I mentioned a long time ago in my... I had these videos saying 15 things I want to see in Mount&Blade Warband. Basically just random things I wanted to see in the game. And this was one of them, crafting. It wasn't necessarily just weapon crafting, but this is basically what I wanted. And the fact, obviously we got this information quite a while ago that there was weapon crafting, but I'm still amazed now of how it looks, and it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. So basically you can customize anything you want. You can make the sword of your dreams. You can change the handle, the blade type, the thickness, the length, the everything. You can also see the stats of it change to whatever you pick. And the size, of course, and I'm sure the price will go up with certain things, of course. And you can also name it as well, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to name my swords after like subs, probably, who come up with good ideas with stuff. I don't know. That would be cool. Definitely a cool way to interact. As a YouTuber, anyway, to interact with you. But of course, you can name like, I don't know, swords from like Game of Thrones, like Ice Claw or Oath Keeper. I don't know. Anything. It's going to be cool. Okay, now we have the really fucking cool stuff. So, first of all, you can meet up with different lords or whatever, and you can talk to them and say, hey, follow me. But in this case, he says, you know, I can only follow you for 10 days and stuff. I'm not completely sure how the system works. They explained it on stream, but I've completely forgotten what Frank said. But anyway, so he follows him, and they go to fight this guy. Looks old. Yeah. Anyway, we have this amazing battle. It looks awesome. It's quite a big battle, and since this all of this was like streamed off a laptop, it's probably a good laptop. But still, I'm just saying, you know, from what we've seen so far, maybe you don't need like the most amazing PC to run these big battles. But anyway, so the armies look awesome. It was really cool just seeing them march and stuff. Even just the cavalry approaching was just mind-blowing. You should have seen my face during this part of the live reaction, which didn't end up working. But anyway, we don't speak about that because that makes Heph sad. Anywho, so much like in Warband, when you hold down like F1 or whatever, you can sort of see like a little banner of where they're gonna go. And in this, it shows like a whole bunch of banners showing off where like basically every troop is going to stand, which is going to be it's basically going to be really helpful. And I sort of mentioned this quite a while ago, yet again in my 15 things, that are sort of trying to... I used Total War as an example of like selecting troops and where to put them, and this does look kind of similar, showing off where each troop's going to go in that case. So, but anyway, this is definitely going to be a lot easier to command your armies and put them where you really want to put them. It's quite funny in this battle. My live reaction wasn't too impressed with the battle tactics. So the tactic for this battle, of course, because the enemy was playing defensive on the hill, so what they were trying to do is put their archers up ahead. Of course, archers being vulnerable to cavalry, trying to lower the cavalry and infantry down. It worked, but they didn't really reinforce their archers in time. I think they were a bit slow in the controls there, but it was pretty funny. I was like noob on, I don't know, it was pretty funny. Anyway, so the battle is awesome. There's so much happening. There's like just endless fuckery happening left, right, and center. Holy shit! And also, there's a tactical battle view showing off like who's got the most kills, who's alive, who's dead, and they actually used this to check if the enemy lord was still alive, and he actually was at the end because they thought, you know, I think they're actually trying to kill him. Anyway, something I saw in the other preview, because in this example, he didn't die, but in the other preview in the battle, he did die, and you can actually keep on watching your battle, and you can't actually command your army, and you can't actually come back and play as one of your bots, but you can watch it, you can fast forward it, I believe, or pause it, or I think there's a few options, and there's also like a retreat button, of course. So yeah, that was cool. Battles are definitely going to be a lot of fun, and I couldn't help but imagine I imagined a Lord of the Rings mod for this, like all the elves versus orcs. I don't know. I couldn't help it. It would be so cool. I'm stuttering like shit because I'm so excited. Holy crap. Anyway, let's move on. So one last thing before I get into the discussion part of this video. There was a pretty big feature which I didn't talk about. Sort of two different features which are quite similar. So as you enter a settlement, in the top right corner, it tells you the garrison. First, I think it shows you the lords. Also, I think your companions. I think that there's also a button to tell you if your companion's in the tavern. I believe that was shown in the preview. And also, it's going to be a lot easier to find out how many troops are in the garrison, of course, which is very important for situations of, for example, when you want to attack the castle. But anyway, but of course, also find out what troops you have in there. Another one was the tactical sort of view you see before a battle. And I'll show that now. It shows you how many troops you have, who's on your side, and of course looks really cool. So that is definitely is a cool feature. They definitely improve that. And yeah, so I feel like I'm going to go into the discussion part of this video. There's so much to talk about now. Holy shit. So first of all, I want to talk about this interview. Now, I think almost all the questions in this interview were by me. I helped these guys out with some interesting questions, or I thought they were interesting anyway. Also with a little sort of sneaky, funny question at the end, which is related to my to one of my last videos, basically where I had a fist fight with Captain Lust.
How is your rematch with the Heph going to be?
I love Heph. I mean, I absolutely demolished him in the fist duel, so I don't see the need for a rematch. If he's calling for one, I'll take him any time. I'll take him right now. Heph, if you're out there, I'm coming for you.
Anyway, so in the interview, Frank tells us some cool stuff. Basically, you're going to be able to customize your own banners inside the game, which they said they're going to show off soon, and I can't wait to see that. Of course, the only way to do that before in Mount&Blade Warband, and of course many of you may know, is that I did do this, actually I do this, I should say, quite a lot, where I would customize my banner in Photoshop and of course replace files and whatever. Ow, I just hit myself. So that's pretty cool. Definitely going to be a lot easier to get some cool banners and stuff like that. I hope maybe it will give you the option to import maybe pictures, like actual images, because of course, you know, I would love to get my Heph logo on a banner and seeing it on all my troops and stuff like that. That would be marvelous. They also mentioned in the stream that they are going to show off some sieges next. In the next big preview, whenever that is. It may be next week, maybe next month, it may be not next year. Let's not go that far. Hopefully fucking not. Anyway, that sieges are going to be big. And from the way Frank was saying it, he looked excited. So it looks like we're going to get some pretty goddamn cool content coming our way about sieges. From what we know about sieges so far, is that there are catapults or siege towers. You can actually use the battering rams and stuff on the gates. So it's going to be really epic. I can't wait to see that, but of course we can't talk about it because we don't know much about it. So I honestly thought I had more to talk about, and now I'm thinking about it, I think I do have more to talk about, but I'm so tired that I can't be bothered. I'll be honest, there'll be more videos of this in the future when I am not tired. For those wondering, yes, I am recording this next day after I stayed up very late watching the live stream, 3 in the morning for me. I know, not that late, but it's the fact I had work 4 hours after that, worked all day. I'm exhausted, and now I've been editing this for the last couple of hours. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video anyway. I hope, yeah, I hope you liked it, of course. There'll be links to all the footage that you saw on this video in the description. You can watch the full thing for yourself, as well as the interview and some of the other stuff as well. Basically, you're not going to miss a thing. The description is going to have it all. In Heph we trust. It's okay. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of all the stuff we've seen. I want to see your hype in the comment section. You guys are awesome. because I love you. No homo. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Ta-ta for now.